Welcome back, and now we continue to pay tribute to a pioneer in broadcasting, the late Kelsey Johnson. In this report, a former colleague reflects on his relationship with the outstanding broadcaster and says the late broadcaster was a good example for others in the field. Here is Italia Hall.
The late Kelsey Johnson entered the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas as a reporter in 1959. He has been described as a man who was dedicated to the broadcasting profession from the day he walked through the doors. Well, former Deputy General Manager of ZNS Northern Service, Stanley Pinder, who entered ZNS at a young age, says he witnessed the level of dedication Johnson had and adds that the former broadcaster believed in time management and getting things done right.
Pronunciations, and I think most of the older folks would remember him for that, and I remember him for that. Now, when you talk about time, we had a system there where he insisted to be on an assignment a half an hour before the assignment started. That's how much he was into this time thing. And if you're late, you're getting called in. But beyond that, I think he could have been one of the nicest people you would have known.
Pinder says he was also a father figure on the job.
Always giving you advice. You know, although he was not a technical person, he could still say, you know, maybe you should try that, or maybe you should try that. And even in life issues, you know, when we go at issues, you say you don't do things like that. You try to do it like this, because some things you do in life is going to come back to you. So more of a mentor to a lot of us younger men.
Pinder reflected on some of his accomplishments.
I've now known him for events like CHOGM in '85, when the Commonwealth Head of Government was held in Nassau. I've known him for covering a lot of major events. In fact, coming back to Grand Bahama, I remember he was the one who led the crew head, the first ever broadcast of a convention outside of Nassau.
And for those coming up in the field, Pinder says there are some important lessons that Johnson left behind.
Communication with people, communication with your public, remembering all the time that, you know, when you're on TV or when you're on radio, you're not there for yourself. You're there for those 200 or 300,000 people who cannot be there. When you're asking a question, you're asking that question for those who are not available to be there.
Now Johnson passed away at the age of 82. It's Halia Hall, ZNS Network News.